Hey y'all, Laura, Peaks for Pounds. It's review day, and I've got another tent for y'all. The company Croosseoutdoors, they reached out to me and asked if I would review their two-person lightweight backpacking tent. See here, Croosseoutdoors. So I said, why not? The thing about this tent is it retails on Amazon, as of the date of this video, $69.99 for a two-person lightweight backpacking tent. So I gotta check it out. See what you get for 70 bucks for a backpacking tent. So let's get this thing opened up and see what we've got. First, let's see what's in the bag. The weight of this tent comes in just under 4 pounds, and that includes everything in the bag: poles, stakes, and even an included footprint. Okay, here's the bundle out of the bag. So everything is rolled up in this bundle. We've got the tent in here. We've actually, from what I read, have a ground cloth in here, stakes and poles. So let me unravel this and see what it looks like. Okay, here are all the contents laid out. We've got the tent itself, the tent body. You've got the Rainfly here. And what's really impressive is for $69.99 for the two-person tent, it comes with a ground cloth, a nylon ground cloth. And this is a pretty thick, it's thicker than the tent. So you get that included for the price of the tent as a ground sheet. What you also have included are tent stakes. There are 14 of these. These are aluminum stakes, the triangular stakes. And you get 14 of those included in that price. The tent pole is a single pole, and it's an aluminum alloy. Then, of course, you've got the bag that everything comes in. So this is what's in the bag of the Croosseoutdoors lightweight backpacking tent. Let's get this thing set up. I am quite impressed that you get a ground sheet footprint included in the price of this tent. It's made of 150D nylon. It's a fairly heavy-duty ground sheet, and the fact that you get it included for $69.99 is impressive. You'll pay $60 or $70 for a footprint for a more expensive tent. Now, the setup of this tent I found to be extremely easy. You've got instructions that are actually stitched inside the bag that all the items came in, but I didn't even really need to look at it. It was simple enough. You got one pole, aluminum alloy pole, that opens into a Y shape, as you can see here, and the pole slips through loops at the base of the tent and the ground sheet, and it forms its structure. Then all you do is just clip the tent body to the pole, and setup is complete of the inner tent. It took me maybe altogether 5 minutes to figure this out. Due to the fact that there's only one pole and it slips through one grommet in the back, you do need to stake out the rear of the tent just to shape it. Okay, y'all, we got her pitched. Now, before we put the Rainfly on, let's take a little tour and check out some of the features of this tent. This is a front entry tent, so you just have one door located at the front of the tent that you would access it through. And the tent itself is made of no-seam mesh, and it clips to the poles here with these little plastic clips, which, decent quality on this tent. For $69.99, you can't really complain too much about the quality. But the fact that it's all mesh, see-through mesh, that adds to why it's so lightweight. One door means one zipper, and this one opens pretty smoothly. One-handed opening here. Now, the inside of the tent, the floor is quite spacious. Actually, this bathtub floor. First thing I noticed were the seams were all taped, and you could actually accommodate two 24-inch pads easily in this tent. Now, the unique thing is the shape. You notice since you've got one pole, the sides kind of slope in a little bit, which might make it a little challenging for two people to sit up in this tent. I don't think one person would have much of a problem, but two people it might be challenging. For storage, there are 2 small pockets located on either side of the door that you could put your cell phone in, headlamp, things like that. Okay, we've got the Rainfly on, so let's take a walk around and see what we've got here. First thing I noticed, the Rainfly, it fits pretty taut, so it looks good. I think this thing would shed water pretty well and hold up to some wind. One thing I've noticed, it does use quite a bit of stakes. I've got 9 stakes right now. There's 2 here on the front where the vestibule's at, and then 3 on each side. As you notice here at the bottom, this one really needs to be staked out to keep that Rainfly off the inner netting of the tent. And then there's 1 in the back for the same purpose, to keep that Rainfly off the net. The tent comes with extra guy outs, so if it was a real windy night, you could put some more stakes in here on the side. Each side has 1 guy out, and then there's 1 in the back. So tent comes with 14 ground stakes, and you could use all 14. I've used 9 for this particular setup. But tent looks pretty good. As you notice, again, like I said, it is a front entry tent, so there's only 1 door to get into the tent. Let's open up the vestibule and see what it looks like. Okay, one thing I almost forgot to show you, there is a vent here at the back of the tent that you can see. So this vent, you can prop it open with a little tab here, but that would help with any condensation in the tent. All right, here we are with the Rainfly open. One thing I noticed, there is not a lot of vestibule space in here. So you've got a couple sections on the side, but this, I can't imagine that being enough to put a full backpack. Certainly not enough for 2 people's gear, so that gear would either be staying outside or coming into the tent. And again, you can see through there the interior of the tent, plenty of space for 1 person. It'll fit, again, the 2 sleeping pads, so you could get 2 people in here, but those walls slope down, so that would be my only concern for 2 people. But it's not a bad tent for 1 person. Again, they make this in a 1-person model as well. The 1-person model goes for $59.99 at this time, so it's just 10%. I'm sorry, $10 less. But you could get the 1 person if you really wanted to. I would definitely go with the 2-person. So there you go. All right, y'all, there you have it. The Croosseoutdoors lightweight 2-person backpacking tent. Not bad for $70. I think it's a pretty good tent. Some pros and cons. Obviously, the price is a big pro. $69.99 on Amazon as of the date of this video. You can get the 1-person version for $59.99, but I definitely recommend the 2-person version. Other pros are, for the price and for what you get, it's lightweight, under 4 pounds, 3.94 pounds, and that includes a ground sheet and it includes all the stakes. So that's not too bad. It's pretty roomy on the inside. That's another pro. It's got those pockets, and it still all comes in under 4 pounds and under $100. So those are my pros. The cons are, well, we'll go back to the weight again. That's really a matter of preference and style, whether you would consider this lightweight or ultra lightweight. I think it's not too bad under 4 pounds. Some of the other cons are the shape of it. To me, with the way the netting drapes on the inside, I would be a little concerned about possibly getting some condensation, and there wouldn't be a lot of headspace in there if you actually did camp with 2 people. But other than that, this looks like a good little tent. What I think it would be fantastic for, it's not only car camping and bike camping, but first-time backpackers. If you want to try the sport, you're not sure you're going to like it, and you don't want to dish out all that money for real expensive backpacking gear, you might want to take a look at this tent. This would do the job to get you out there and try your first night in the backcountry. You might find you like it. I think it would work for, a night or 2 out, some short backpacking trips. I'm not sure how it would hold up on a through hike, but check it out. I've put a link in the description to take you to it, and you can check it out on your own. So until next time, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all come back and see more reviews and more of my adventures. Till next time, happy trails, y'all.